Return of the Ancients introduced two brand new Ascendancies. One of them is the Monk subclass, the Martial Artist. This Ascendancy allows him to use different holo techniques. The first one is the Holo Form technique. This is a channeling melee skill which allows you to use any melee ability with it. By doing it, the Link skill will getting triggered around you. In the showcase, the character is standing still. But Ziggy confirmed this will getting changed / reworked, allowing you to move around while you channeling this ability. I think they will make work like resonating shield so you can deal damage while you're moving, making this Ascendancy notable pretty damn appealing. My favorite one is the Way of the Mountain. Every time you immobilize an enemy, pinning, freezing, electrocuting, or stunning, you gain a stacks that will provide you more damage, much higher stun threshold, and damage reduction if the damage is not exceeding 30% of your maximum life after the mitigation. The next one, Holo Focus. Periodically a bell will appear near you, and this can be targeted by your abilities, even by the Holo Form technique. This is pretty good for charge generation or just keep up your rage stacks. Horror Resonance is also a bell ability, but this time it will trigger automatically when you a critical strike and will damage around you. This skill has a short cooldown, but it has multiple uses. It should deal acceptable damage or just we can use as a utility setup, such as like adding blind to it, exposure to it, and so on. The upcoming one is also pretty interesting. You can tattoo the runes onto your body, gaining the benefits like you would put in your helmet, body armor, gloves, and boots. Maybe this is not looking too good in the early game, but when you have access to the better, higher quality runes, maybe become a pretty solid choice. Also, don't forget we were getting a tons of new runes in this league. This is my other favorite one, Way of the Stonefist. This will change how your gloves works, and it will give different stats based on the modifiers on the gloves. Add that damage to attacks and resistance will transform to a much stronger version. It will give you extra damage and maximum resistance, which is my absolutely favorite one. This is where all of the Ascendancy notables is located, but we don't know two of them. GGG not revealed this one yet. Hopefully the next 2 weeks they will reveal it before the patch notes, so at least we can see what is this, but at least we can already see all of the other nodes that we was talking about earlier. Although I want to talk about a little bit more about the Holo Form technique. Few interesting things with this one. So the first one, guys, any martial weapon can be used with this. If the ability has a melee tag, you can use it unless it's a channel skill or a conditional skill. It can be used unarmed. Also, Holopalm has a place in the combination with this one. Although you have to know, Holopalm got nerfed in the past a little bit, and now it's not scarce that much as you have a very nice quarter stuff in your build. But this is also a pretty nice option for leveling at least, and maybe early and mid game till you getting a pretty good melee quarter stuff. The other thing is, every single time when you're using this and channeling this, the triggered skills will consume mana as well, guys. So if there is 3 additional image, because there is one is the base and you will getting 2 addition when you consuming a power charge, so there is 3 ability going on at the same time, and that can cause a pretty big mana consumption very quickly, and also it will deplete your mana pool as well. So you need to find a way to fix the mana cost of this one. Luckily we a little bit close to this part of the skill tree right here, and also you can take this one as well. You already pathing here in my opinion, because crit chance here, there is crit chance here, and this is very close to your starting zones, and this one give you also a pretty nice mana cost efficiency. Although Mana Leech is not really placed, guys, because once again majority of the abilities is converting to elemental damage unless you're doing a pure fizz build, but that is very rare occasion currently in the game. And the other thing is, guys, you need to generate power charges if you want to create additional images, right? But it's not matters, guys, how much power charge you have. It will not consume more than 1. This is coming from the description here, as you can see here. So it's not like per power charge consumed, just power charge consumed. So you need to find a way to generate power charge. Luckily, that is kinda easy because there is a lot of way to generate power charges. You can get a frenzy charge if you freezing, electrocuting, or pinning an enemy. So freezing is a very easy, and also if you're using the resonance, it will convert your frenzy charge to power charge. So you basically have a pretty easy charge generation by mapping. You can also just use the killing palm. When the killing palm is killing the enemy, you will getting a power charge because you will have the very low HP or one hitable bell around you, so you can get pretty easily power charges with this one. So that is covered as well pretty damn easily. Only thing that you need to fix is the mana consumption, because that could be an issue later on. And now the other one is pretty damn interesting as well. This is basically just automated, so you will click on it and you will have it. So the Holo Resonance will grant you an additional bell, and when you deal a critical strike with any skills, you will damaging nearby enemies with this one around you. Cannot use talismans with this, but any other melee weapons can be used with this one. And I think that's the reason for it, because the animation was kinda very weird, look like if the wolf has a bell on its back. But honestly, they could maybe do that if they want, like hiding it. So just, I don't know, but honestly, I understanding the decision that they made. So honestly, guys, on its own, this is not looking that strong because it has a cooldown time, right? So free usage and 0.5 second cooldown time, so which is very low, yes, but also maybe, you know, cooldown based damage dealing is not that good. So maybe this will be like just a utility setup. So like you will have a blind on this one, you will have exposure on this one, for instance, right? So that is, and also maybe like cooling or something like that. That is a utility setup for this one. Next one, guys, so the Way of the Stonefist, very unique Ascendancy node, and this is available from the start as well. So if you want, you can take this one early levels. And what is this? That's literally transitioning your gloves to a fist of stone that will scale with your level, evasion rating per level, and maximum energy shield per level. This is implying it's a pretty nice combination with the Holo Palm technique, although you have to know, guys, that is maybe not that strong unless you have a lot of flat damage from your rings, right? Because Holo Palm technique, you're losing your weapon, and only the Holo Palm technique itself will give you base damage, because any of the other abilities that is in the game currently doesn't have any sort of flat damage, just only percentage increases or multipliers. So you need to find a way to get flat damage on this one, and then it will transition your gloves into a very powerful item. So like in the showcase, they had 60% extra damage gloves. That is very huge if you have a lot of flat damage. And honestly, the easiest way to get flat damage, just get a very good weapon, and basically that's it. So that's why I said earlier, the Holo Palm technique is maybe a good early and mid game, but in the late game, definitely we are getting outscared because of the Way of the Stonefist and how the Holo Palm technique sadly scaling in the later levels. And the next one, guys, my absolute favorite one is the Way of the Mountains. This is the Tonkiness of this build, and I think this will be getting used every single time when you pinning, stunning, freezing, electrocuting, in one word, immobilizing an enemy. You will gaining stacks that is granting you more damage, not per stacks, guys, very important. This is just if you have 1 stacks, you deal 20% more damage. If you have 20 stacks, you still deal 20% more damage. So it's not stacking with that one. It would be so broken, but no, this is just if you have the stack, you deal more damage. You will taking 70% less damage if the hit that you would take not exceeding 30% of your maximum life. Now, and of course, this is after the mitigation, so such as like armor and resistances. But the damage taken modifiers is not applying to this calculation. So if you have like 2k HP. That is very easy, 600 HP, right? So if the hit is not exceeding 600, then you will taking 70% less damage, which is pretty damn nice, especially if you're combining with Ghost Dance and Wind Dancer. So you will very easily recover all of your energy shield pretty damn quickly because you're not taking that much damage, right? Only the danger is the bigger hits, that's 600. And the next one is, guys, also you will have 50% more stun threshold, which is kinda good, man, because honestly this will be enables you basically will be unstunnable, I think, so you don't need to worry about that. This is on mapping situation will be up all the time because you will pretty often freezing, stunning, or maybe electrocuting enemies, so this will be, I think, 100% uptime while you mapping. On boss fights you can also do all of the stun thingy and freezing the boss as well, so it's not a big deal as well. So this is definitely has a use in a boss fight, although the only question is the bosses, how big they hit, right? Because that's often just a very big hit and it can just one tap you. That will not defend you from getting one tap, sadly, so you will still need to be careful in my opinion. And the last one, guys, that we currently know is the Runic Meridians, and that is basically just put runes onto your body like a tattoo, and you will gaining all the beneficials that as you would get as a helmet, body armor, gloves, or boots. So once again, early game, maybe this will be not that strong. Maybe it will helping you to cap your resistances, but basically not other things because you know, early game it's not available the movement speed runes or attack speed runes that easily, right? That would you use, and maybe you will using the body armor like the increased energy shield one, and basically that's it. That is very early available, but honestly sacrificing your Ascendancy notable is not that smart idea to sacrifice for like 36% increased energy shield. Why the energy shield number increase on the positive tree is still pretty damn high. The Mortial Artist is looking very promising, and honestly I dare to say one of the strongest monk ascendancies in my opinion, even without knowing the last two ascendancy. I hope you guys enjoyed this short review video about the Mortial Artist. If you have any question or suggestion, or what is your opinion about this ascendancy, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Pidget2. Thanks for watching. I was Pidget. See you next time.